But something really remarkable happens, which is that, well, two things, really. First of all, in both the South and in the North, in the centuries immediately preceding the rise of Islam, the pagan inscriptions disappear. So by the 4th century in South Arabia, basically Yemen and southern Saudi Arabia, by the 4th century, there are no more pagan ancient South Arabian inscriptions. And then something similar happens just a little bit later in the North. So by the 6th century, so the 500s, there are no more pagan ancient North Arabian inscriptions. So we have a whole number of inscriptions, but they're all monotheistic, both in the South and in the North.
That's very interesting. So just a point, maybe, the viewers may be wondering this. So just to be clear, we have pagan inscriptions up until then, around this time.
Tens of thousands of them. I mean, huge numbers of pagan inscriptions.
So it's not merely a question of a lack of evidence. There's a transition that happens in the inscriptions.
Exactly. It's and I mean the sheer numbers of the early pagan inscriptions sort of show that there's a real transition, right? Because you would expect there'd be something. I mean, if paganism, at least pagans were still there and writing inscriptions, we would have found some of them by now from in the North, the 6th century, and in the South, earlier than that. So, I mean, that's really significant. And the inscriptions don't disappear. We do find inscriptions. In focusing on the North now, although ancient Paleo-Arabic inscriptions have also been found in the South. Christian Robin has worked on that in a site called Hima, near Najran in the South. But in any case, these inscriptions also, the Paleo-Arabic inscriptions are all in a script that's recognizable as an earlier form of what the Quran was written in, and what became the standard Arabic script. So, just to make this really clear, so there are two different elements of transition. One, pagan to monotheistic, and then two, a whole variety of scripts that were once used to write the ancient North Arabian inscriptions to one script, which is Paleo-Arabic. It's a form of early Arabic that transitions out of the Nabatean Aramaic script. And this happens before Islam, the transition to the Paleo-Arabic script. So this, I mean, again, Ahmed Jalad is the expert here, and I'm just really, funneling his knowledge in the book and in whatever I'm saying coherently or incoherently now. I mean, this transition happens 5th, 6th century in ancient North Arabia, where suddenly all of the variety of scripts disappear, and what we see is this one Paleo-Arabic script, an early form of the Arabic script. And we see that at the same time, the inscriptions are monotheistic. It suggests that, I mean, if Islam is sort of a religious revolution beginning in the early 7th century, it suggests there was a revolution before the revolution. Something happened, somewhere around the early 6th, maybe late 5th century, in which, it's in part religious, but in part cultural, because both the religious nature of the scripts and the actual scripts used, the actual writing systems used for these inscriptions changes dramatically and almost suddenly.